Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the FIFA 21 Lenglet player review. For this review, I applied the shadow chemistry style on him and I paired him up with Varane at the back. I used him at the left centre back position in a 4-2-3-1 formation as he's left footed. So let's get into the review. So straight up, the first thing I noticed about Lenglet was his amazing defensive positioning. Lenglet tends to position himself slightly deeper down the pitch. This is due to his medium-high defensive work rates, which I actually enjoyed over the few games I played with him. His deeper positioning makes up for his lack of pace when dealing with counter-attacks. Now, Lenglet's tackling overall was very impressive for me. 9 out of 10 times he came out clean with the ball. And I know that tackling this game is very hit and miss, and sometimes when you make a clean tackle, the ball goes back to the opponent. But if the game didn't screw you over, Lenglet would come out with the ball. Lenglet was also very impressive in the air. He won all the aerial duels he contested, and that was a big pro for me. Now, Lenglet's passing out of the back was really impressive for me. He has the 4-star weak foot, which allowed me to make passes on either his left or his right foot effortlessly. I could play crossfield balls, I could play driven passes with relative ease, and it helped me start a few counter-attacks from the back. So overall, Lenglet was great for me defensively, but it did take me a couple of games to learn how to use him effectively. Now, this is where things get a little tricky with Lenglet. Due to Lenglet's lack of pace and the amount of quick attackers there are in this game, I had to learn to time my lunge to perfection, because if I didn't, Lenglet would get burnt for pace 9 out of 10 times. And when Lenglet got burnt for pace, there was simply no catching the attacker. His acceleration and pace are just too slow to keep up. Lenglet's poor balance also does not help his cause defensively. Due to his poor balance, it made defending the more tricky and the more skillful and agile wingers even more difficult, because they used to perform these 5-star and 4-star tricks and constantly change direction, and I was struggling to keep up with Lenglet initially. A combination of Lenglet's poor balance and lack of pace made it even harder for me to learn how to time a tackle to perfection with him, and it took me more than a few games to get used to Lenglet. Funnily enough, the best way and the most effective way to use Lenglet is to let the AI control him for the most part. I only took control of Lenglet when the AI was close enough to the opponent for me to make a manual tackle or an interception, and that's it. He defended brilliantly from there on. So coming down to the crux of the matter, how good is he when you compare him to the meta defenders in this game? So without a shadow of a doubt, Lenglet is a top 5 La Liga defender. Although Lenglet possesses that wide character frame most meta defenders do have, he lacks in pace, which is really a killer if you want to use this card for competitive play. At the highest level, most attackers will burn Lenglet either on the left or the right foot. He will get a clean tackle from time to time, but overall in a straight line race, he just cannot hold his own. So is Lenglet a meta defender in this game? He just falls short of the mark due to the pace, but all the other attributes of his does cater towards the meta. So I'm going to rate Lenglet a 7.8 on 10. He is a solid defender, but that pace just kills his card a little bit for me. I'm going to also give him a value for coins of a 7. He is priced at close to 85k on the market right now, which is very steep, and you can find cheaper and better defenders than him. I hope you guys found this review helpful, and if you did, please drop a sub on the channel and a like on the video. It would mean the world to me, and have a great day guys.